Hi, everyone. This is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled It's Not Gonna Always Be Like This. Today, September 7th, is more or less an anniversary for me. Last year, this same day, I actually got laid off of my job. And it did come as a surprise because my supervisor basically stated that when they laid the people off, he would put in a good word for me, and he knew how much I needed the job. I just found my apartment, all this other good stuff, and that he would basically put in a good word so I wouldn't be laid off. Well, that didn't go like it was planned at all. That day, he came around and he gave me a thumbs up. So I'm thinking, I knew it was a layoff day, but I'm thinking he gave me a thumbs up. I said, oh, so I'm fine. He said, no, they're going to let you go. I'm sorry. I looked at the list. The funny thing is, I looked at the list and my name was the first one on the list. So all that other stuff was basically out the window. I trusted in man versus actually trusting in God and actually doing what I was supposed to do, as far as looking for another job or whatever. And like I said, it was a shock. I had no money saved up. I think I only had, I had September's month rent paid and I had October's. I was also going to pay November, but I didn't get a chance to pay November's rent. So I was in a rock and a hard place. The business was, for the most part, really wasn't making sales at that time or anything like that. And I was just starting. Like I said, I just got the job in June, but we didn't start getting our first paychecks until July. So I just started making money, just found my apartment and everything. I really didn't know where my life was going, where it was headed, or anything. And a year later, I just basically put my daughter on the bus. She's in preschool now. I still have a roof over my head. Everything that I thought was going to basically kill me actually made me stronger. I was able to spend time with my daughter more, even though, like I said, I did have a hard time. I talked about it before, but I had to go back and forth with trying to find, hopefully, it was at the time I was trying to see if social services would be able to help me pay rent. They weren't able to. I basically was in the form of possibly losing my apartment. I had no money. We had no food. And it was a really rough time, one of the worst times in my life. And I really didn't have that backing that I usually had, which was usually like in a mate or something like that. It was just basically me and God. And that actually helped me the most. The point of just basically being able to just depend on God and knowing that He was my only help and hope and everything. A lot of times we look at life or we live life and we just try to depend on everyone else. And then we get a rude awakening when something is tragic or, you lose your job and, bills is piling up and all that good stuff is happening. And you have no one there and all you have is God. And I'm here to tell you that's all that you need. Throughout this last year, that's all that I needed. A lot of times you think that, like you said, you can depend on other people. And a lot of times it was like phone calls go unanswered, or when you actually needed someone, no one was there. And a lot of times that was like overnights. I remember I would wake up in the middle of the night and just cry. I would love for Vea to just go to sleep, for her to go to sleep. I wanted her to go to sleep so I can just cry. You know what I mean? I was on the floor in my kitchen, like just crying like a baby, and like everything in life actually went wrong all at the same time. And by the grace of God, He brought me through all of that. And I can truly say I'm a different person now. Everything is actually looking on, the upward swing. By the grace of God, the blog actually went up to it actually doubled in views. So last year around this time, I was like 40,000 views. Now I'm over 60,000 views. The followers I have on social media has doubled and everything like that. And God has basically changed my whole entire life, and even with the podcast and everything like that. And he changed my outlook and just everything. So don't look at your setback as basically a wrong or hard thing. God is trying to show you something. He's trying to make you a better person and get you to be the person that he created you to be, not who we think that we are in our own minds. So just pray through the process. Know that everything is going to work out. And just because it looks like that today doesn't mean it's going to always be like that. So until next time, have a worthy, and priceless life. Have a great day.